Good day, everyone, and welcome to the Mag Show. Today, we are going to be talking about Halo once again. All good things for the future. Let's get right into the story. So, hot off the presses of Halo Campaign Evolved. Sorry, hate the name. It's completely stupid. Just call it Combat Evolved. We all know it's a remake. You don't have to explain it to us in the title by calling it Campaign Evolved. But either way, it doesn't make a difference. Here we are, hot off the heels of Campaign Evolved. We have word that Halo 2 and Halo 3 are also being remade from the ground up for all consoles, all platforms, and PC. So, pretty exciting, right? Because I was a bigger fan of Halo 2 and Halo 3. Seems to be that Halo Studios is going the route of Capcom with their Resident Evil series. It seems that what they're going to be doing is, on top of working on a new mainline game, they will be going back and remaking their legacy titles. This is all good news to me, as I'm a big fan of the Halo series, and I'm also a big fan, controversial or not, I know that the purists are out there, but I'm also a big fan of modernizing the games with sprint and aiming down sights and all that stuff. And listen, I said it last night on Madcast, if you don't want that stuff, totally cool. I'm not going to argue with you. You do have the option to go back to Master Chief Collection, and you can play the original versions for the rest of your life without any issues whatsoever. No one's going to take away those features from you. Either way, I'm all for the new features. I'm all for the sprints. I'm all for the aiming down sights. I'm all for the modern mechanics. Give it to me, because I'm not really a huge fan of going back and playing 25-year-old games that feel antiquated in terms of like first-person shooters and such. Now, let's get into how this all came about and what's going to go on moving forward. It seems to be that even with like the Coalition and what was going on with Gears of War, and the Marcus Phoenix collection ended up being broken up into 3 parts, and they were going to sell the games individually. Now, I think that also hinges on the popularity of, for example, let's take Gears of War Reloaded. It also hinges on the popularity of Gears of War Reloaded and how they sold on other platforms. I don't have exact numbers, although there are whispers that it didn't do exactly incredibly well on the PlayStation, but that's not confirmed. I'm just saying that is the word, that it didn't actually do as well as they had expected. But this is not Halo. Gears is not Halo. Gears is an outstanding series. Maybe not 4, but the rest of them are outstanding. I got to say that it's still not Halo. Halo carries a gravitas to it that Gears of War just does not have. So therefore, it's going to carry a bigger... Now, and obviously, they're definitely advertising a heck of a lot more on the PlayStation Store for this Halo Campaign Evolved, for example, because I was showing Colt Eastwood, and if you actually go to the PlayStation website or you go to the PlayStation app, the first thing that pops up is a giant splash of Master Chief right across the front page of the PlayStation storefront and PlayStation.com. As soon as you go on there, you got Master Chief right there. So obviously, they are carrying as much weight with this game as they would with even some of their first-party games. So I think they're expecting bigger numbers for that. So I don't think that they're going to wait for Halo 2 and 3 hinging on the success of Halo Campaign Evolved. I think it's just going to come out, they're going to make them, and that's all there is to it, and they will do well. Am I going to buy them? Absolutely. I'm going to buy them all day one. I'm not going to play them on Game Pass. I will purchase them, just like I purchased the Master Chief Collection. I am a big fan of it, and I am going to continue to support it moving forward. Now, the thing is, I get a question a lot is, when do we expect these? Well, first of all, I can tell you with absolute certainty that Campaign Evolved, my God, it's going to be impossible to remember this. Campaign Evolved is actually coming a lot sooner than people think. So look forward in early 2026. We're going to get some more word on that very soon. Most likely at the Game Awards or the Developer Direct, we are going to get a confirmation on release, but I expect it very soon, early on in 2026. Now, what about 2 and 3, and what about a mainline Halo game? Well, I would also expect the new Halo mainline game to come out in next generation, so you're looking at about 2 years away. Somewhere in the midst of all that, you will get your Halo 2 and Halo 3 remakes coming out within the next few years as well. So I don't expect them to come out quickly. Let's face it, Halo Studios is 343 wearing a Scooby-Doo mask, and so therefore they take a long time to make their games, and that's totally fine if they do a quality job with it. But either way, looks like from Campaign Evolved, they are doing a good job, and they've got the blueprint for success. So you know what? I'm all for it, and I'm okay with waiting for it. Just come out in a timely fashion, and they're going to obviously go, as I had mentioned previously, with Capcom. You look at the Capcom situation, is that the release cadence, they release one mainline game and like one or two remakes, then another mainline game, then another remake, then another mainline game. And as I've already explained to most people, as I've said on XNC and Madcast, is that Halo Studios is also working on multiple projects beyond the remakes. So there's a lot coming from these guys. They got a lot of work to do. And I say, leave them alone. Let them get their work done and let them get these games out there because they obviously have big future plans for the Halo franchise. One other thing I'd like to mention before I go is that the Halo 2 and Halo 3 remakes, very much like Campaign Evolved, will not have multiplayer. I also did a video 3 or 4 months ago talking about how Halo Campaign Evolved will not have multiplayer, and people chewed my face off and went crazy, and lo and behold, 3 or 4 months later, it came to fruition. There will not be multiplayer in Halo 2 or Halo 3 with those campaign games. It'll just be the campaigns for the trilogy. The next multiplayer experience you will be getting in Halo, besides Infinite, will be with what we're going to tentatively call Halo 7. That will be the next mainline game. But anyways, I want to know, are you excited? Are you planning on buying all 3 of these games separately? I certainly am. I don't care. Take my money. I'm all for the Halo remakes. I'm a super fan of it. So yes, you let me know. You going to buy it? You going to wait? You like where Halo Studios is doing? Do you like their ideas of release cadence? Do you like the idea of going back and doing all these legacy titles? Would you like to see more? Would you like to see Halo Reach remade? Would you like to see ODST remade? Let me know in the comments. Everybody have yourself a wonderful day. Happy Halloween. Go Jays, go. We'll talk to y'all real soon. And stay magnificent.